This week's episode is brought to you by Human Sound Studios. Me and John clicked on the same level here. We just looked at each other.
Knew that was gonna happen.
What's up, dude?
How's it going?
Welcome to the Untamed podcast. This is episode 9.
Yes, episode 9. We're all really tired today. We discussed not even doing the episode and just taking a nap instead.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Just take a nap.
It's happening. Hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. Next week.
Next week, listen to us snore. So what's up, John?
I don't know. It's been a busy week. That's why I'm so tired. Been up editing late a lot recently. I was up until 8 a.m. Yes, 7 a.m. I don't know, something like that yesterday, last night, and slept today, and then played drums through the middle of the day, and then took a nap. Now I'm here. Been working with Josh Kloss on his new single. That ZC Keeley single I was working on is done now. It got sent. I don't know if I said that in the last episode or not.
Is that the one you sent me?
On accident, yeah. And I was like, please
Good
don't leak this.
Good job.
Yeah.
Well, what did I say? I was like, I'm going to take it. Yeah. I'm going to copyright it, and it's going to be mine now.
Yeah. No, it got sent to mastering now, so it's out of my hands.
So they can polish your stones?
Pretty much, yes. Working on new DF stuff. We're pretty close now to having we're doing like a little EP thing. Pretty close to having those songs done.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm excited to be done with them though. It's the thing when you're working on, especially when you're writing, you hear it so many times and you're like, I'm already over this song and no one else has even heard it yet. So by the time we release it, it's like, I want a new one.
I know, I could imagine, working on them for so long and then also with you editing too, probably just so sick of hearing your own songs. And yeah, once it's out, you're like, what's next?
Exactly.
I'm over this.
Exactly.
This is not new
and then
to
it's
me.
like, oh, now I get to play it live for at least 2 years.
That's how I felt about when we did the podcast and we did episodes before it even coming out.
Before it aired, yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Got a hair on your mic?
It's a hair. I don't know whose it is.
Yummy.
It literally went in my nose.
Yikes.
It tickled me a little. But yeah, once the podcast aired, I was like, I don't really care about these episodes anymore.
Right, yeah. Because they're old.
Just start pumping them out, you know what I mean?
Pumping them out.
Like children.
Like children.
My God.
Like children. Like a fucking Stargate, dude. Just start coming out yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, what are we even doing here today, dude?
We're talking about weird random things on microphones.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the best prime example of our art, our cover art. It's just monkeys sitting there with microphones.
Monkeys.
Don't know what to do. Sitting here just, for some reason, we were able to get a hold of microphones and record it.
Hey, dumbass.
You call me a dumbass?
Yeah.
What?
What's missing right now?
Oh my God. Fuck. The timer.
The timer.
You can't.
The timer is not up.
Damn it. I pulled it up too.
You were ready to go.
I was.
Just every time you grab your phone, you just forget that you need to put it. 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6
there we
seconds,
go. So now we're
seconds.
4 minutes on the clock on the computer, but
okay. Keep that in mind. Fact checker.
We're 4 minutes behind the timer.
In.
Yes.
Yes.
Indubitably.
Dude, today's gonna be fun. This is gonna be great.
It's gonna be hopefully a good episode.
I did a family reunion yesterday. I was a photographer.
Oh, is that
for
what that
them.
was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was pretty fun. It was like a coworker. She had her family come in from Chicago, and honestly, I thought it was gonna be a lot bigger than it was.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a lot of coworkers come to the party, and so like the coworker to family ratio was like even. Like it was like, am I at work, dude? Like,
Right.
is it? Thank you. I don't know why you're doing that.
Because every time you move your leg up and down, your leg hairs lightly brush my leg, and it itches really bad.
I'm a very active person. I have to be moving all the time.
That's fine. Just don't tickle me with your leg hairs.
Yikes.
Okay.
Move that leg instead of the other
I
one.
can't.
Why?
Because that's my support leg.
Your support leg.
Yeah. Because I'm leaning on this side, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
You know?
it's like supporting, and then this one moves. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Dude, you know what else I forgot to do? I forgot to turn the fan on.
Oh, yes. Do that, please.
It's going to get hot in here.
Somebody do that.
I got it.
John's going to turn on the fan. John is leaving. Player 2 has exited the game. Player 2 will return. Will resume. He's paused. It's like in Call of Duty, but you pause, but it's not really paused. You know what I mean? And then you can still get shot.
I'm
and
so
die.
scarred from the Black Mirror episode that anytime I hear anything about a game,
Which Black Mirror episode?
the one with the like virtual reality, the two dudes.
Oh, I haven't
And the
seen the new
Asians.
stuff. I haven't seen it yet.
Well,
Is it new?
it's very disturbing.
I haven't seen a lot of Black Mirror. I've seen a couple episodes. I really liked the dog, the like robot dog one. I don't remember which that one was.
What's really cool about Black Mirror is that you don't have to watch them like
Consecutively.
Yeah.
They're all different.
Or they're fooling us, and then you do have to watch them consecutively. No one's caught on yet.
Oh.
Plot twist.
I just gotta chill, dude. My nipples are hard.
Yikes! Because that fan's on now.
Yeah.
You getting a little bit of a
Dude, it
breeze
felt good.
under that shirt.
Oh, I feel so good. So good. So good. Oh, yeah. I did that family reunion thing, and it was a lot of fun. I ended up staying in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Drove home today, actually. Actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about a fun experience you had with a car on the road.
Oh, yeah. So this fucking douchebag, dude. So
People need to learn how to drive.
first of all, everybody is an asshole, like driving, especially, you know, you have those days where just everybody's a dick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
Yeah, you get on the road and it seems like everyone you come into
just doesn't know how to fucking drive.
yeah,
So
it's too easy to get driver's license.
It is.
People are dumb.
Speaking of, dude, okay, so my mom was telling me about this thing that my brother has his permit. He's like learning how to drive.
Yeah.
And my parents just had a baby, so anytime they go out to drive, like they have to take my sister with them. And so my brother's like terrified of driving with the baby in the car.
Oh yeah.
So he hasn't been able to get that practice because like either my dad's not home or my mom's not home.
Right.
Or like when they're both home, it's like super late, you know, at night.
Yeah.
So they found that my mom was telling me about this thing where it's like this driving class type of thing where they come and pick you up and then they take you out to drive for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And like one session is a certain amount of money or whatever.
Yeah.
And then if you pay like a big lump, then it's like 6 sessions. It's 6 sessions, and then they give you a certificate.
Yeah.
To take to the DMV, and just get your license.
Yeah. This sounds like something similar to what I did.
What?
Yeah. And so what I did is I literally took so I went and got my permit or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then when I had it, so I went to the driving class. I had to do their thing. I took the certificate, went to DMV, gave it to them. They gave me my permit. And then I went back to the same driving school. I literally did like 3 or 4 different sessions that were like 3 hours each maybe. And then after that, I literally took the certificate to the DMV and they just handed me my driver's license.
Dude, that
And I got a break on my insurance for it.
Wow.
that
Is insane.
pisses me off, dude. Seriously.
I didn't have to do the parallel parking thing.
Oh.
Yep. Didn't have to, like a bunch of shit I didn't have to do because they were like, yeah, you're good. And I was like, sweet, thanks. It was cool for me at the time. And now looking back at it,
Well,
I'm
that's
like,
what's wrong with
Jesus.
this fucking world, dude.
They just
Everything
handed
is
me a
just
car.
getting so easy now.
yeah.
You know?
Car, you can operate a car. You can operate a car.
Ouch. When I was 16, dude, I failed my first driver's test.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that. The written test, when we did it at the driving school, they literally spent the whole day. It's like a
Gave you
9-hour
the
class.
answers.
They spent the whole day drawing on the board all the topics we were going over, and then when we took the test, they just left it all on the whiteboard.
Wow. That's dumb, dude.
So literally just had to sit there and just like, what's the answer? Oh, it's
Look
up on the
Let me
whiteboard.
look up and get
Yep.
the fucking answers, dude.
Pretty much.
Ah.
Super
Yeah,
easy.
dude, that's so dumb. I feel like taking tests and like actually having the stress of failing
Yeah.
builds character, dude.
It builds
and all of you
character.
guys are pussies.
Hey,
you know what I
man,
mean?
I failed math.
Hey, you're
my
a pussy ass
junior year.
bitch. Yeah, do it.
Pussy.
Pussy. Pussy.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, I mean that in that instance, yeah, I had an easy test, but I failed other shit before.
I mean,
I played
there's no
sports.
stakes in life anymore. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can still die.
No, you can't.
Yep,
You can't.
people die every day.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more people born every day than die every day, so that's not good.
No.
I meant like, this is too easy for people now, dude.
No, I agree. I mean, it's
And
good
why,
and bad.
That's
Like,
why it's like I took my brother out to drive like his first time ever. He could give 2 fucks, dude. Like he didn't care, and I tried, and I was like, you know what, dude? If you're not gonna take this seriously, I'm not gonna fucking show you how to drive.
yeah.
And then now all of a sudden his friends are driving, and he wants to drive, and
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna do that, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Loophole.
and then my mom's like, well, like we can't take him.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has to do it. She's like, are you gonna do it? I'm like, no,
Exactly.
I'm not.
He's got to learn somehow.
I guess. My mom's like, oh, he's actually getting pretty good, so if you take him out. And I'm like, remember the anxiety you had when you taught me how to drive?
My mom still refuses to ride in the car with me.
Really?
I mean, doesn't refuse. She doesn't like doing
Dude, my
it.
mom's a psycho, dude. like she would take me out to drive, and there was one time I was just like, I think I was driving, you know, McGee right here where it goes downhill towards Pima.
Yeah.
So I was driving the speed limit, and then like since I was going downhill, I wasn't like paying attention about it speeding up on its own.
Yeah.
And then my mom gets mad, like, why are you going so fast? And she literally starts fucking hitting me while I'm driving, dude. And I'm like, what's more dangerous, Mom?
Right?
You hitting me or me speeding, huh?
My mom is the imaginary brake on the passenger side. Like when she thinks I should be slowing down or braking, she like slams her foot on the floor, and I'm like, you're not doing anything by doing that. Like you're not gonna stop the car. But at this point now, like it doesn't matter. I drive all the time, so
It's funny because like I'm such like, I'll drive like a dick sometimes, but I'm such a defensive driver, dude. Like I'll start braking way before I should be braking, and stop at like a safe, quote unquote, safe
distance. Yeah.
distance. But like when my mom drives, she'll like wait until she's like just a few like we're like 10 feet behind the other car,
Just, like,
and then
slam
she'll
it.
brake, and then I'll be like, Mom, I'm like, you have to brake. She's like, I'm fine. I stopped, didn't I?
Right? Yeah.
And I'm like,
See, and if you did that, your mom would probably be like, "You stopped way too late."
yeah, dude, she ripped my fucking limbs off,
Yeah.
dude.
It depends on what mood I'm in. A lot of times I just like drive like normally or whatever, but then like sometimes I get in a mood where I just want to drive faster. So because of the car I have, I can like change like my traction control and like put it in sport mode and shit and use rear wheel instead of all wheel drive. And then I drive kind of like a dick.
Wow.
But it doesn't happen very often.
My mom thinks
But I
I
like
drive
it.
like a grandma.
You kind of do,
What?
but it's okay.
It's okay.
Because
It's
I'm
all
a
good.
very nervous passenger. So, like, I'm chill when you're driving.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one night that I drove us downtown, I was not driving like grandma.
I was also really drunk, though.
I wasn't.
I was extremely intoxicated.
Don't
so
drink
You
and
didn't
drive,
care.
kids.
Yeah, don't drink
I
and
was
drive.
like, ha.
It's because I was blasting those 80s beats, you know?
There you go.
Oh,
That
yeah.
80s music makes
I
me
used
feel
to
some type of way.
I used to be a nervous passenger, and I had to get over that when we started driving the van like for 9 hours in a row, and I realized I can't stay awake for everyone's driving shifts. Like drive for 4 hours on my own, and then stay
Yeah.
awake for the next 6 hours for someone else to drive.
Mm-hmm.
Just have to sleep. So I got
Oh,
over it pretty quick.
I can sleep like a baby in the car, though.
Oh, me too. It's my favorite nap spot.
A lot of people are like, why, like, sleeping in a van sounds bad, but in a 12-passenger van, if you're on the back row, it's a little bit longer than the other rows, and you're so far away from the driver's position, and, like, you can turn the music off in the back, or you can turn it up louder if you want, or, like, you can put headphones in.
Yeah.
You just are in your own world. It's like laying in bed. It's amazing.
Dude, when I was like 12, there was a national qualifying tournament in Texas. I believe it was San Antonio, Texas. Like a 16-hour
San
drive.
Antonio.
Yeah, 16 hours from here to there.
Yeah, it's a rough drive from here to Texas.
I sat on the floor.
In, like, a van?
It was like I think it was a Yukon
Mm-hmm.
SUV.
Yeah.
I sat on the floor
That seems dangerous.
for 16 hours. Oh, is it? I had
Well,
no
you're
idea.
supposed to be
Probably.
in a seat with a seat belt,
Yep.
I think.
I didn't have
Oh,
a
well.
seatbelt. I was on the floor.
Dude,
the worst
how
trip
terrible is
of
that
my
drive
life.
across New Mexico?
It was,
I hate it.
I mean, I don't really remember.
Oh, is that the only time you've done it?
Drive to Texas?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the drive across New Mexico is so boring. It's just flat and there's nothing
Really?
for miles. Yeah. Especially like last time we drove through when we went to Colorado. And
Colorado?
to Colorado. So you, from Arizona, you come in like the southern part of the state, southwest area,
Mm-hmm.
and you drive about halfway across the state and then realize, oh, I have to drive another 5 hours north before I get to a major city. Like you go through like Las Cruces
Why
and
would you
stuff.
go
so, like,
through New Mexico?
to get to Colorado?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why wouldn't you just go north through Arizona?
Because then you have to go across the whole Rockies to get to Denver and to...
Yeah, why not?
Because doing that in a van is not fun.
Why not?
Because snow.
Why? Hey, so I'm going to Pine Top. I'm going to Pine Top next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
To like celebrate my birthday and my coworker's husband's birthday,
Uh-huh.
and we have the same birthday.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, we're going to Pine Top, and she was showing me pictures of the cabin that we're getting.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, it's really pretty. It's really cool. And then she swipes, and there's a picture with snow. And I said, oh, is it going to snow?
Oh my God.
And she didn't catch on. I was like, is it going to snow? She was like, I don't think so. And I'm just like, you realize it's fucking the end of July right now. The middle of summer.
Yeah, middle
Is
of
it
summer.
gonna snow?
Is it gonna snow? I mean, there are some places where it's snowing right now, but not here.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think there's snow anywhere.
Mm-hmm. It's winter in the southern hemisphere, bro.
Dude, shut up. Who even asked you, bro?
I asked me, and then I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well,
I was editing the wedding.
yeah, that's what I was about to
I
ask
was
about.
finishing it up, and I wanted to cry, dude.
Yeah, that's what
I
you were
was
saying.
literally within tears.
Within tears.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's not that bad. Like, all the
It's
pictures
probably not as bad
are
as you're making
okay.
it. Yeah.
But the ones that I told you and I told everybody already,
Yeah.
like inside of the church, I was holding those off because I knew they were bad and I didn't want to look at them, you know? And I finally went to edit them. When was it? Friday? Thursday?
Mm.
Thursday?
Mm.
Thursday. Dude, I wanted to dude, it was so bad, dude. Like, oh God. Oh. It was just like I was out of my element. That was the thing. And then here's the thing, dude. Maybe they're not that bad, but you take those pictures
and you know you could do better.
And then you compare them to the pictures we took 2 hours later within the same day. It's like two different photographers took them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like one looks like I gave the camera to my grandpa who doesn't know what technology is and tried to take the pictures. You know what I mean? And the other ones are like nice and fucking just like these
clear and focused
gorgeous portraits. And then the other ones are just like, hey, I'm just going to pee on your pictures, dude. Like, you know? We'll take these pictures on a film camera and then I'm going to go develop them
and pee on them.
And instead of developing them in the saline solution, I'm going to develop them in my piss.
Would that work, you think?
Oh, yeah. In my piss. And then I'm going to hang them to dry. And they're going to be done. And then I'm going to step on them.
And you can scan them in the computer. There you go. Is that how you get away with it? You just say that was your development process?
Yeah. I was like, I just pissed
I
wanted
to do I want to get creative here. Try something new that I haven't done before.
Different. Yeah.
Just I had to try to develop them in pee.
Uh-huh.
I heard that the chemicals in it are good for the film.
Mm-hmm. It's good for your body.
Pee is?
Yeah.
I mean, peeing
like
is good for your body.
Like if you don't have anything to drink,
I'd rather drink a glass of water than my pee, but...
Like if you're stranded in the desert.
Stranded in the desert.
You could drink your pee and
you could
survive off of that.
There's a way to filter it out. Mm-hmm. I watched it once on some survival TV show.
I've done it.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How is it?
It's not bad.
The fact checker says you haven't done it.
She don't know.
I mean, she's supposed to know all the facts, so.
Google it.
Google it.
Has Juan drank his own pee?
Has Juan drank his own pee before? They're like, do you have 600 results for Juan in your area?
They're all sex offenders.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Oh, jeez, dude. Okay. Have you ever done anything weird like that?
Anything weird, like try to survive on my own pee?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I had a grasshopper once.
I've heard they're not very bad.
Tasted like a peanut.
Yeah, see, I've heard they're just like kind of crunchy, but...
Like a peanut.
Never had
peanut?
One. A peanut.
Tastes like a peanut. I like peanuts. Please don't do that. Don't do that. That's fine. I don't care about the slurping. Don't do that.
I'm trying to think. Usually when I go camping, I'm pretty prepared. So, no. Yeah, no.
I don't think I've done anything weird either.
I've never been like, I'm going on a backpacking trip for the next year.
You are?
No, I said I've never done that. I've never gone on those crazy long things. Not Bear Grylls.
I want to do that someday.
The first time I ever went camping, I was hiking and I slipped on that brush that falls from the trees. Cut my hand open on a rock.
Yikes.
I had to take an ambulance down. And got 7 stitches
in
my hand.
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I went camping out swimming in a river that was really cold. It was fun.
Pussy. You really think so? You think I legit cut a hand? I cut a hand in my rock, dude.
You cut a hand on your rock?
Yeah.
Gross.
I cut a hand in my rock, and you think that's pussy shit?
Uh-huh.
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
Oh.
The computer said it.
Computer said it. The computer said pussy.
Got a mind of its own.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about this.
I think
It's
your
AI.
computer is a wanker.
Look like a bunch of wankers.
A bunch of wankers. Do you think you can fuck with me?
I can't believe you've done this.
I cannot believe you've done this.
Every time I hear the word wanker now, I think
Wank.
of a scene from the Netflix documentary Drive to Survive about F1. And they lose this race, and the guy's on the phone. He's like, "We look like a bunch of fucking wankers."
A bunch of fucking wankers. Hey, so on that last podcast when you were showing me that video, and I was like, why is this guy yelling? Well, she said the guy sounded like Ozzy Osbourne. I think he sounds like James Corden.
I don't know who that is.
Whatever his name is, that talk show host.
I don't know.
It just reminded me of when Ozzy does those like
Can you look up who James Corden is? Corden.
narrations for all those
Whatever his name is.
Mm.
I don't know his last name. I think it's Corden.
It's David Crofty. Which one did I show you last time?
James Corden. The one where they crashed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's him. That's he.
That was
That is he.
that was in Britain, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah. He sound what?
His name is
play one of him talking.
His name is David Croft, the announcer.
David Croft. They sound
Crofty.
exactly the same.
Crofty.
They sound exactly the same.
He's very excited about F1. He's one of my favorite sportscasters now, though. I think like he actually is on topic the entire time, and it's really cool. And he's like into it. Like if I watch like college basketball or something, and you get Dick Vitale on there, I want to.
He's like yelling.
I want to smash my brain on the wall when I hear him commentating. Because he never stays on topic. He'll give you a history lesson, and you're like, "It's great. I want to hear about the game."
Yeah, like can you watch the race?
Exactly.
That's why I like baseball, because they stay on topic and have a conversation at the same time. It's so fucking funny, and they're like, because something will like have them go off and be like, "Oh, yeah, when I was playing baseball, I did this and pop fly to right field."
Anyway, back to
And he's
baseball.
out.
Like that fucking that Instagram you sent me, that page.
Yeah, yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah. Bob Menery.
Yeah, that guy. He's
Yeah.
hilarious. I went through and just watched. Like I spent like a solid probably like half an hour just scrolling through his page and just
It's
watching
so
all
fucking
the shit.
funny.
Yeah, he's funny as fuck.
Can you play that?
Anyway,
video
back to
now?
baseball.
Yes, I can.
You walked and then you.
That's
you decided
Ellen.
that
Listen.
You were going too slow and then you sped up to run to the chair.
That's my life. Yes.
Uh-huh.
That's my life mostly. I go, oh no, I'm doing this too slowly.
Really?
It just, yeah.
Sounds just like that guy.
I think they just sound British.
Fun, by the way. I recently did your show in.
Like they're both British.
No, they sound exactly the same. What's the other guy's name?
David Croft.
David Croft.
Don't be a racist.
Oh. Hey. Oh.
Hey.
Hey, they all sound the same. I don't hear race. Hear me?
Hear me?
Everybody sounds the same to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been saying that a lot lately.
You know.
Not I mean.
You know what I mean?
Not I mean.
I sound like I'm a drunk child, dude. You know what I mean?
A drunk child.
You know what I'm saying?
Or like when like kids can't pronounce like their words yet.
Oh my gosh.
Or they think words are like pronounced differently. Like, they're like Pascati.
My little brother used to say inchy.
My little brother
Itchy.
says
Itchy.
Westerday.
Westerday.
Say
Westerday.
inchy. My head is inchy.
They also call chapstick fruppy.
What does that even mean?
I don't
What?
know.
Fruppy?
Yeah.
Fruppy?
Fruppy.
Fruppy.
I don't get the reference there.
Can I
but
have some fruppy?
some
I don't know.
fruppy?
That's just what they call it.
Weird. I don't know.
What? Oh, jeez.
No, yeah, the Oh, the reason we started talking about it is because I said wanker and then the F1 thing.
Wanka.
Bunch of fucking wankers. Well, dude, that team is in a bunch of shit right now. Been following the story all week.
Which team?
Haas, they're the American-owned team.
Uh-huh.
They've got their title sponsor, Rich Energy, and
Rich.
Rich, R-I-C-H, Rich Energy. They're like a energy drink.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been like, Rich Energy's like, was in this lawsuit, and like they were kind of like a sketchy company. Basically, they owe this lawsuit for their logo, and then they lost, and then now they owe this other company a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like saying, they basically tweeted saying that they terminated their contract with Haas, and Haas was like, they're still our sponsor. And then like they were basically just like talking shit about Haas Racing on Twitter, and there's this big like, basically just a big thing going on with them, and like trying to, I guess, like weasel their way out of this contract or whatever, so they don't have to pay for all this stuff that they've agreed to. And then at the race, the two Haas drivers at Britain collided into each other. So Gunter, their team principal, the guy who said, we look like a bunch of fucking wankers.
Yeah.
He was super pissed, and now there's rumors going around that he's trying to fire one of their drivers before this week's Grand Prix.
Wow.
So we'll see what happens.
Wow.
I'm excited. I doubt anything's going to happen.
Wow.
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 There's
That's
a
pretty
picture.
crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts what's going on. But you said wow, and it just reminded me, I saw a picture of a wah pedal with Owen Wilson's face on it the other day.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, we're about a half an hour in, and we didn't come prepared with a topic.
No, there's
We
no
just kind
topic.
of like,
We're just doing it.
we spitballed some topics beforehand, though.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of wanted to talk about Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. I like Comic-Con. So, San
I've never
Diego
gone.
Comic-Con just passed. I believe today was the last day. And there's like they announced a bunch of stuff, dude. Like, hang on one second.
Hanging on.
So,
Hanging on.
stop.
3 hours later.
Stop.
Hey.
Okay, so Marvel announced a bunch of shit, and then even like DC Comics. Dude, I always do that. I always talk faster than
And then your brain can work.
My brain talks faster than my mouth. Okay.
That
Hey,
makes sense,
stop.
kind of.
Stop. You see this?
Why are you yelling at your phone?
Look. Okay. Okay, here we go. So Marvel. So I know you don't care about Marvel movies, but some people do, okay?
Mhm.
They announced a whole like series of movies for Phase 4.
I don't know what that means.
Phase 4 is like the next
The next phase. A next like set series of movies.
Yes. That's supposed to lead into supposedly the Secret Wars, but I don't know how true that statement is.
I don't even.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
don't know.
So the Secret Wars is basically like Hunger Games, but with superheroes.
They put a bunch of superheroes in a ring.
Pretty much. No, yeah, there was this villain, I don't remember his name, but he kidnaps all the heroes. Or even villains too. He kidnaps them and puts them on an island, and they have to fight to the death, and the last one standing gets to survive.
How can they trust that they get to survive?
So like
though?
literally like the Fantastic Four,
You can't.
the X-Men, the Avengers.
Is this in one of the comic books?
It's a whole comic book series. So
Weird.
supposedly, I hear that they're leading up to the Secret Wars, but I would love to see, but I don't think that
Think they're gonna do it?
Yeah, I don't think so. I feel like the way they're going with it is gonna be more space and cosmic stuff, like Galactus.
Interesting.
Galactus and Silver Surfer.
You're losing me.
All that good stuff. Okay. Fuck off, John.
You're not losing
So,
me. I just don't know any of
The
this.
next, here's a list of movies that they announced. It's Black Widow spin-off, boring.
Spin-off are boring.
So that's a prequel, like before she became Black Widow. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
The what?
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Don't know.
Falcon.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god!
Like
dude.
Captain Falco. Falcon.
Like, why am I
punch.
even talking about this? Because I can't.
Because
like,
I'm learning.
Falcon is
Teaching me and all our listeners.
was Captain America's pretty much like right hand man in the movies, and at the end of Endgame, I guess spoilers. It's been out for a while.
I don't know.
At the end of Endgame, Captain America is no longer Captain America.
He's Captain Falcon.
Gives the shield to Falcon.
Got you.
He's an old man now.
Captain
old
America's an old
man.
man.
No.
Winter Soldier is basically Captain America, but not. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Okay. So the next,
Kind of.
another movie is The Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is going to be his first movie as Captain America. Okay, they're going to do the Eternals.
I don't know what that is either.
Well,
figure it out.
they're going to do a movie called Shang-Chi, which I actually have no idea what the fuck that is.
Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Well, so we're on the
I'll
same
be
page with that
honest
one.
They're going to do a movie on Wanda and Vision.
Don't know who that is.
Boring.
Boring.
Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of
heard that.
Madness.
I've heard of Doctor
They're gonna
Strange.
open up the multiverse. A Loki spin-off movie. Oh, great. Like, come up with new ideas. How about, you know what I mean?
See, okay, so
Some of these I'm excited for. Some of these I'm just like, I don't want to see a Black Widow movie.
Dylan just went to go see the new Lion King, and he said that the way that they did the previews is like they had like 17 or 18 different previews, and they were each like a small snippet, like 3 minutes long or something. Or not
Really?
even that long, like 2 minutes maybe. Like instead of big drawn out previews, like you get like 5 of them, they had a whole bunch of just really tiny ones.
Yeah.
And I was like, my guess is it's all, I don't know, the problem with it is all the way superheroes, sequels, or remakes is all of it
Oh,
right now.
boring, dude.
And it's super
so
boring.
tired of all these movies.
So I don't go to the movies very often. Like,
Okay, next is going to be a movie called What If?
this combines both of those. You got
What?
sequel, remake,
Yeah, I'm not.
superhero
I'm
spin-offs.
not
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I'm not impressed with like all the movies they announced because I don't care about a Black Widow prequel. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't care. The Eternals, I'm pretty excited for. Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'm pretty excited for. Wanda and Vision, another fucking spin-off. Like, I don't care. But I mean, they are a thing, and they like in the comic books, they're a thing. But like, you should show that how they did in the comic books. It wasn't like a separate thing. It was like within a different story that was more important. You know?
see, and I feel like as a movie producer, you'd be like, well, we'll just give them their own movie. That's another movie we can make money on.
But also like Loki, like we don't need a Loki
No one
spin-off.
cares about
Nobody
Loki.
cares, and
No one
also we
cares
showed
about Loki.
enough. You know, we've seen what he can do. We know where he comes from.
Uh-huh.
We know that he's not really an Asgardian. You know what I mean? Like you don't.
I don't.
But we know.
I've seen a couple.
just from watching the movies.
I watched Ragnarok,
Well,
and I watched a different one. I can't remember which one. I watched part of it. I don't know.
okay.
So I know the character.
Yeah.
Loki.
We don't need Loki's backstory as of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This movie called What If. I'm pretty excited for that one because it's like supposed to be about the Watcher.
I don't know who that is.
It's fine. You don't have to know who that is, but it's basically somebody who is like watching what's happening and is like.
The Watcher.
The Watcher. Yeah.
Anyways, a Hawkeye movie.
Hot guy?
A Hawkeye
Hot
movie.
guy
Hot guy.
movie. Hotguymovie.com.
Also, don't care, you know. And then Thor, Love and Thunder. That one is supposed to have...
Hashtag title of your sex tape. Love and Thunder.
That one is supposed to have Natalie Portman in it again. And
I like Natalie Portman.
She is going to wield the hammer and become the new Thor, I think.
Interesting.
That movie's going to lose a lot of female customers.
You think?
Well, yeah.
Half the girls that watch The Avengers only watch it for Thor, Captain America, who is now gone,
yeah,
etc. I think that's about it, actually.
I mean, it doesn't not make sense. Makes sense.
And then
It makes sense.
DC.
I was going to say, you're not wrong, and then I got halfway through.
Doesn't
not make sense. That came out weird. Either way, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's very plausible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch it for the action and the emotion.
Oh, I guess What If is going to be an animated series. Huh?
Interesting.
Huh?
Pretty sure there's a new Netflix series called What If, but I can't remember. I think I saw it scrolling through.
Did you?
I think so. I can't remember now, though.
I think you're wrong.
Could you look that up? If there's a Netflix series called What If? I believe there is.
I don't think so.
You are correct.
Boom.
What?
But it's what
if?
/ if.
Oh.
Yeah. What if?
What if?
What if?
It's not like, hey, what if? You know what I mean?
It's what if.
Like what?
If.
Literally sounds exactly the same.
What?
It's what if, not what if.
Yeah, it's what.
What if?
If.
What if?
What and if. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Not I mean. I heard they're doing a new Star Wars.
Yeah, don't care. I love Star Wars.
I love Star
Wars, but I don't care.
So they're
dude,
doing
about
2
the
of them.
They're
doing a new episode, which I'm whatever. Don't care.
Yeah.
But they're doing a new Star Wars story.
I didn't hear that.
I hear that they're doing one. I don't know. The rumor I heard is that it's supposed to be directly after, and I might be fucking this up and be completely wrong, but it's supposed to be directly after the Solo movie.
Yeah.
Because at the end of that one, when he's with Calrissian and they're gambling and he wins the Millennium Falcon, it's right when he's getting ready to go.
Millennium Falcon.
That's what I said. Millennium Falcon, whatever. When he gets that, he's about to go meet Jabba. So apparently this,
for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time at the end of that movie. So apparently this new movie is supposed to be about the Fets and the clan.
Ooh, yes, dude.
That sounds like it would be dope.
Please, if that is true, which I'm sure it is, I will cream my pants.
Yeah,
instantly.
that should be really cool.
As soon as that movie ends, I'm gonna have to change my.
Well, and they've been showing little extra things. If you saw the little nods to the Fets and I can't remember what the clan name is called. Do you know? What?
Should.
Could you look that up too? What the clan that Boba Fett and Jango are in? It's got their symbol.
The skull.
Yeah. So on the in episode 7, I think, when they go meet that girl Maz, that chick Maz Kanata or whatever, when they go into that, there's a big banner with that symbol on it.
Literally called Clan Fett.
Really? I guess I don't know.
The Boba Fett clan?
Clan Fett.
Click on here.
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's the best. Clan Fett.
Weird.
Clan
I thought there
Fett.
was another fucking. I don't remember.
Klet's a fan.
Either way,
Klet's a fan.
fan.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm so disgusted. I was in my head. I was trying to say
Fets of clan.
Fets
Clans of Fets.
clan instead of
Klet's a fan.
Jesus. I can't even think about it. You know what I mean?
Either way, they're supposed to be doing a movie about the Fets. So that should be good.
I'm so disappointed in myself right now.
That should be good.
Yeah. I don't know why I even brought up Comic-Con in front of you. Like, you literally disregard every single
I
word
don't
that
disregard
said.
it.
You do, though.
No, I don't.
You do.
I like. Okay, I like that you're interested in
You
it, and I
also-
like to hear you talk about it. But
But
I
you-
also don't like care about it. But I also like. It's not that I don't care about it. It just makes me angry, like that I can't get into it because of the like the whole like canon and everything, and it's just like things don't agree with each other, and it's
Is anything canon, though?
I don't
Anything.
know.
What is canon?
I don't. What do you mean? Are you asking like different series that are canon?
Yeah.
That have a canon? Well, like something like Harry Potter.
Harry Potter is canon.
Lord
Yeah.
of the
But
Rings.
There's also spin-offs.
I
to
know,
that
and I don't
too.
ever.
There's
I
different
never
stories
indulge
to
in
everything.
the weird spin-off stories
Uh-huh.
or like the fan fiction or any of
Yeah.
it because it just
Lord
is like
of the Rings is
doesn't
pretty
make-
canon.
yeah. I watch Lord of the Rings. I love Lord of
Yeah.
the Rings.
That's my jam.
I
Yeah.
love Lord of the Rings.
But
But
Comma.
Star Wars doesn't fucking have canon anymore.
Yeah, it
There's
does.
old canon, there's new canon. They're rewriting shit all the fucking time.
I know, but in the so what it depends. Like all of the actual movies are all supposed to be canon.
Mm-hmm.
So it all lines up and agrees with each other. All the like cartoon spin-offs or any of the like extra books that people write and shit.
Yes, but
I
there's,
don't pay attention
there are
to it.
actual books that are called the new canon.
Yeah, I know. But the
And it's a
but
completely
the
different
set of
story.
movies doesn't diverge from that, from their main canon.
So
Everything that's happened in all of that main set of
dude.
movies.
Okay, dude.
is all
Hang
canon.
on, listen.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're gonna talk about the movies being canon,
Yes.
but the books not being canon,
Well,
how does
then-
that make it any different from what Marvel is doing? Having fucking 10 years of what's considered canon now
Mm-hmm.
to the comic books being different. How is that any different than what you're saying right now?
So what I'm saying is like,
what are you saying, John?
okay, so like the Batman movies, right?
We're not talking about Batman because DC sucks.
Okay,
dude.
whatever. I
Like,
lumped them all
I
together.
love DC.
I
love
lumped them
DC.
all together. It's all
no,
superhero
no,
shit.
you can't.
Yes, I can.
You can't lump
I
them
did.
all together
I
because
did and I do.
Completely different.
Either way, prime example is with the Batman movies. They had the Batman movies from what, like the 80s or the 90s or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and they had like a set of them that went together, right? And then they brought in a new director, and then they brought in a new director again, and we have the who did the newest ones? Was it Nolan? Who directed the newest
No,
ones?
that was. Are you talking about the one with Christian Bale?
Yeah.
That was Nolan.
Yeah, so he did those, and then they did that like Batman's versus Superman thing, and like what I'm saying is like the three that Nolan did, right? Like those all go together, great, but that doesn't mean that they line up with the other three movies that were made beforehand. So my issue is like something can happen in this set of movies, and then in the next set, the thing that I saw happened doesn't carry over. So like these stories are so separated that it's like they start to disagree with each other. And then it's like, well, now how do my biggest issue is I can't get attached to a character if I don't even know the character.
Well, why are you
right?
getting attached to a character from a movie who is originally coming from a comic book? And if you want to get attached to that character and know their story, why don't you just fucking read the comic books? Or
'Cause I ain't got that kind of time.
Or watch, if you want to watch something, watch the cartoon series. The cartoon series are fucking better than the movies.
Where do I watch the cartoon series at?
I don't know.
Exactly. I don't know
You
either.
could find them.
If you want to get to know Batman, you should watch Gotham.
Yeah, Gotham.
That's actually a pretty
I have it on.
good
I do
show.
have it on my list,
Yes,
but I haven't.
Gotham.
It's actually pretty
But
fun.
my
Gotham
issue
is
is
pretty much
so
a Batman prequel.
Does Gotham? Does Gotham? Okay, so it's a Batman prequel. Is Batman in it?
Yeah, it's when he's a
Batman is
child.
Okay.
child.
It's about
So-
him growing up.
My thing is, if you watch Gotham, right, you get really attached to those to that character that has been developed through that. The next person who takes on Batman is gonna disregard everything that happened in that show and be
But-
like, "Well, that actually didn't happen to this character. Now this character's done this."
But
And you're
what
like, "Well, then
you're
it's not even the
saying-
same character
What
anymore."
you're saying though is not a character issue. It is a issue with the studio
Yeah.
fucking up
Yeah.
and then having to reboot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like the Joker now in Suicide Squad.
Exactly. Like it's.
Disgusting.
I didn't watch Suicide Squad, but I've seen a bunch of shit about it. And
You know what?
But that's exactly what I'm saying though. That's why it makes it hard for me to get into it, because it's like I want to get attached to a character, but I don't even know if I know the character, because I think all this shit happened to that character, but it didn't. So you're like, all this stuff that developed my love for the character now goes out the window, and I have to relearn the character.
But also, people watching comic book movies usually 90% of the time already know the story, and they're going to watch their favorite characters be reinvented on the big screen.
See, and that's not where I'm coming from.
A person who has read comic books since they were a kid,
a child,
a wee lad.
Ooh, child.
Things are gonna get easier. But like coming from somebody who's been a part, like comic books have been a part of my life since forever.
Right, and like I get it, you know what I mean? Like,
so now that like they go and do Batman, you see an origin. Like, okay, so Spider-Man, for instance, they did Spider-Man, so you know Spider-Man. So comic book readers, you know Spider-Man, you know the story, you know what happens, and you know all the different versions that has happened. And so it's exciting to see how they take that and how they're going to spin it to not only be the story that you know and love, but also be something different.
See, and I watched the Tobey Maguire ones, right? But what?
They did Tobey Maguire. They did that for 3 movies.
Yes.
They did 1, 2, fucking phenomenal. 3 sucked. They
Never watched 3.
Rebooted.
I watched 1 and 2. I loved those movies.
3 was terrible.
I watched them when I was a kid, and I did love those.
Okay, so then they rebooted the one with Andrew Garfield.
Yes.
They were
never watched
pretty good. They were both pretty good. 1 was better than 2, but they were pretty good. And
That's
I
typically how it goes.
That.
1 is usually better than 2.
And then Marvel got the rights back to Spider-Man, and then they had to recast again.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did Tom Holland. But then I was like, okay, you've rebooted 3 times. That's fine, but I don't want to see another Origins movie. We already know how he
Spider-Man
got his
comes
powers,
to be,
how he becomes Spider-Man. We don't want to see that again.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that they didn't do that.
So my thing is,
introduced him into the Civil War and then gave him his movie after being Spider-Man.
So my thing is with that is it's like, okay, that's fine if they're gonna not do an origin story. I don't want to see the same movie just redone with different actors every time either. But what I'm saying is, if something in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man happens, right? Something for that character development, even if they move to a new director and a new cast and everything, they should still take into account when they're creating that movie of what this character's been through. So like those things should have already happened or should happen after this movie happens. You know what I mean? So all of them can fall into the same arc of a story.
Because people's brains don't work that way.
Yes,
and
they
it's
do.
a continuity issue.
It is a continuity
issue. If it's
issue.
a different person.
No, it's not. It doesn't matter if it's an actor, if it's a different actor. It's the same character.
What you're saying?
Yes, because it's not about the actor playing Spider-Man. It's about Spider-Man the character. Just because there's someone else playing Spider-Man, it's still the same character that carries across.
But it's a different face.
Yeah, but it's the same character.
People cannot follow that story.
Yes, they could.
People are dumb.
It's true. People are dumb.
People are dumb.
But that's why for me, when I come into it, I'm like, I want to see this big arc of a story, and it's not there, so I'm now disinterested.
People don't,
because it's a whole bunch of just individual stories that don't match.
I agree that it would probably be cool to let that story ride out. But
I think that'd be really cool.
And it's also
I know it's not how it
a
works.
studio issue of contracts and all these other things.
I know.
It's like, oh, we're doing
Well, in
this.
Harry Potter, Dumbledore switched actors, and he was the same old
Yes, but he
person.
looked almost exactly the same. And why did they switch? Because he died.
Yeah, I know.
They can't help that.
No. But they kept the same character. It was the same character. They didn't
They
throw
made him
out
look
movies
the
1 and
same.
2.
Well, he's not a main character.
Yes, he is.
Not.
He's a
He's
very
not.
important
Okay, wait,
character.
So a main
Okay,
character.
tell me if Daniel Radcliffe fucking died that they wouldn't have that they would have kept going.
They
with
definitely would have kept
different
going.
Harry Potter.
Yes, they would have kept
I
going.
don't think so.
Dumbledore is such a main component.
He's
to that
a
story.
main
He's
component.
the one
Yes, he
who
is.
set the whole thing up.
Yeah, no, he's
He
the main
set
character,
up-
but
he
he's
set
not
up Harry
Potter. You
No.
know what I'm saying?
He's probably like the 4th most, if not, probably the 2nd most
But
important
they
character.
were able to get away with it, and honestly, you probably couldn't even notice the difference. You probably couldn't.
It was the same with Gandalf as well in the
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings. That man also died.
Mm-hmm. He's a pretty main character.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
tell me if Harry Potter passed away that they're gonna continue Harry
Yes.
Potter? They're
Yeah.
not gonna reboot
Yes.
with a new Harry.
Just like
turn
Ooh,
that
ooh,
off.
it's not mine.
Wow.
No, either way,
I
like
think you're
they're
wrong.
doing. Well, they're
You are
doing.
wrong.
They're doing the Grindelwald stuff right now, and it's supposed to take place pre Harry Potter. But you're still everything that happened in Harry Potter still has happened in that big arc. So now we're seeing a different point in time, different story, but it's
This
in a
has
different time
nothing
period.
to do with what you were just saying.
Yes, I was. It's exactly the
No,
same.
It doesn't.
Yes, I
It's
was.
a
Yes, I was.
prequel. That's a prequel.
I know it's a prequel.
What we were just saying was that if Harry Potter died, that they would continue that same story.
Yes, they would have continued making those movies.
No.
Yes, they would have.
No.
But also,
I don't think
if
so.
if they got a
don't
whole
think
new
that that's
cast
how
for
it
Harry
works.
Potter, right? And they decided to put a story like in the middle of one of the years, right? And focus real hard on something. Like if they focused on a different like side character or something, and then you got like Harry Potter and stuff in it, all the stuff that happens in the main set of books, kind of like what they're doing with the Star Wars movies, all these like a Star Wars story or whatever, all the main stuff happens still, but now we're seeing just a different piece of it. Like, so you get to know the whole universe more.
I don't think any studio will ever do that.
Star Wars
I
is
don't
currently
think that
doing it.
any studio
Star Wars is currently
will
doing
do.
it.
What do you mean currently doing
They're
it?
putting the Star Wars stories and leaving the main canon, but there's still everything that happens in these separate stories doesn't change what happened in the main canon. They all follow along the same arc. Like Rogue One
Oh my
leaps
God,
right
no,
into
dude. What I'm saying
episode
is
4.
if you're gonna change an actor, you're talking about movies, and we're gonna change an actor. They're not going to do the same story that happened in the last movie. They're not. That's just not how it's gonna work.
They did not use the same actors for Han Solo and for Lando Calrissian.
That's a prequel.
It's not a prequel.
It is a prequel.
It is not. It happens right in the middle. Happens after episode 1, 2, 3, but before 4, 5, 6.
Yes, but those people are old now.
Yeah, I know, because they got new actors now.
So they got some. Oh my
They got
God.
someone else to play Solo, someone else to play Lando.
Okay.
We're gonna
Dude,
we
that
can argue about
happens
this all
before,
day.
dude. That happens before. It is
Okay.
a prequel.
So
And
okay,
he's younger, but
So
in the
then-
new movies, they use the same actors.
okay. So when let's say, God forbid, Harrison Ford passes away, right? Knock on wood. If he passes away, right? And they make another Star Wars movie, it's still gonna be canon. Even though technically in the movies he's dead, right? But if they put an episode or like an extra Star Wars story between episodes like 6 and 7, when Harrison Ford's supposed to be in there, when Han Solo is there, they'll get a different actor for Han Solo, but it'll still remain in the same context of the entire canon. It would still be a story that happened right there.
Yes, but you're talking about a successful studio who knows what the fuck they're doing.
I mean, they're kind of driving it into the ground, but
Well, yes.
with the episodes at least.
Well, yes. And you're gonna tell me that Marvel isn't doing the same thing? They're owned by the same fucking studio.
Yeah, I know they are now.
But Spider-Man,
What
they
about Spider-Man?
recasted Spider-Man so many times, but that wasn't Marvel. That was Sony. They fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay, DC, that's Warner Brothers. They fucked up. I don't know how many fucking times.
Yeah.
So we're talking about these are issues with the studio, not with the fucking story.
But the it's affecting the story because as a viewer, I'm not interested in who fucked up where.
As a viewer, read the fucking comic book.
No.
Why?
I don't have time to read comic books.
Listen to them. Watch them. They have so many things that follow a story.
Maybe.
Superman, the original cartoon, phenomenal. Spider-Man, the original cartoon, fucking amazing.
Again, where do I find those? The original
Batman cartoon. I'm sure.
If you help me find them, I
can almost guarantee they're on Amazon Prime.
Can we figure out where to find them? Am I gonna have to pay per episode though? Because Prime does that bullshit.
I don't know. I have 5 seasons of the original X-Men series from 1992.
I have an X-Men movie that I was given as a gift once, and it's not opened.
Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Is it pay per episode?
YouTube,
iTunes, Google Play, Vudu.
$2
though. It's
per episode. Yeah, but if you already have Prime, why am I paying extra per episode?
Because it's that good.
It's bullshit.
Honestly, like the cartoons from the 90s are honestly the best. Especially if you're going to follow, if you care so much about canon.
I do.
Watch those. Fucking 1990s Spider-Man.
Okay.
1990s Batman.
I will put an olive branch out and say that I will watch the cartoons. The only issue with that becomes if I get attached to the cartoon character, now does that fuck the movies up? In terms of story.
It might piss you off a little bit sometimes because honestly,
you know what I mean?
I go into a movie and I'll come out disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
But then also I look at movies from a filmmaker's perspective and I'm like, oh, that's a great movie. For instance, Star Wars, fucking hate it. Okay? 7, okay. 8, terrible. Whatever this next one's gonna be. 9,
it's probably gonna be terrible.
Fucking shove it up my ass and let me shit it out, okay? Because I fucking hate it already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the new episodes.
Yeah, but
the Star Wars stories, they're killing it.
I look at it and I'm like, oh, that was a good movie. It was
I don't even think it was a good movie. Like it was good, but it
visual
wasn't like
effects were pretty great.
Yeah, but story,
it sucked.
It's like exactly the story is like meh. It's the same problem that happened to video games for a little bit when stories got real shitty because everyone just wanted to play online and it was like, here's Call of Duty, you can play online and we're gonna have no story mode.
I feel like
and you're like, what the fuck?
As a viewer, and most viewers shouldn't get attached to canon stories because the studios can do whatever the fuck they want.
Oh yeah, all the power to them. They can do what they want,
and they're gonna.
I know, but what I'm saying is that I know that they don't care that they don't have my $10 for watching the movie or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can piss off because they're gonna do what they want. But that's what I'm saying is the reason that I don't want to watch it because I know that it's gonna make me angry because there's no canon. So that's fine. They can do what they want. I'm just not gonna watch it. Like, they have every right to do what they want. I have every right to say that makes me angry and I don't want to watch it.
That's what's making me question you and how could you not care at all about these new Marvel movies and all that when that is canon? That story follows.
Okay, so I think it's
all the way from 2000 and what was it? When was the first Iron Man? 2008.
It probably follows. It's probably because of not only story,
2008,
but I'm also inundated with superhero movies now, like all the time. Like I just said earlier, like it's remakes of old movies, sequels to movies that they don't need to be making, and superheroes. Those are my options that I get when I go to the movies. And it's like, I'm just done watching superhero previews and superhero movies and having so many of them. And I'm just like, dude, make a new something.
But the
Like,
Marvel Cinematic Universe has been all the way through for the last 10 years. One
Right.
storyline.
okay, so and that I can appreciate.
And you still
That I
haven't
can
watched
appreciate.
any of them?
I've probably watched a couple of them.
Okay. So you can appreciate it, and you're
I can
bitching
appreciate it,
You're going to bitch
but I'm
that,
still going to bitch about
You're
superheroes.
going to bitch that superhero movies aren't canon, but they literally did the last 10 years one whole storyline, building
Right.
up to one final movie.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's not going to be a final movie.
It was the final movie to that first series of
I know, but what I'm saying is like, if like a character dies
everything
in a
built
movie,
up.
then 2 years from now they're gonna be like, cool, new movie with this character. They actually didn't die. We're gonna figure out a way to make it so that way he's still alive and we can still make more money on these movies.
What?
What do you mean? What?
What did you just say?
I'm saying if in one of those Marvel movies a character dies, then they are gonna spin it into a way that a character didn't die, and now they're gonna continue making movies.
Iron Man's gone.
Gone, gone?
Dead?
He's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe I'm wrong then.
They might bring him back in like a flashback. Maybe. If that.
Or in 10 years, they're going to
Captain
get a new
America is
director
done.
and be like, all right, we're going to remake Iron Man. For the
there's
billionth
no doubt
time.
about that.
Like,
Later on,
that's what I'm
They-
saying. And
they will
everything from
probably-
this 10-year period, right, that you got so invested in, 10 years later when they remake Iron Man, they're going to take none of it into account and make a brand new Iron Man with brand new garbage. And then you're going to be like, all right, cool. So all that time I spent in the 2000s watching and getting attached
But-
to these characters is now out the window.
But on the other hand, no other studio has kept a character for 10 years or longer.
Right.
So now, in the minds of the viewer, that character is irreplaceable.
Right.
That character is irreplaceable. So if they try to remake Spider-Man, Iron Man, it's going to piss me off because it's
Yes.
not Robert Downey Jr.
No, but see, it doesn't matter if it's
not
Robert Downey Jr.
Downey's Jr.
It doesn't matter to me if it's the same actor, but if it's not the same character,
And it can't be the same character.
it has to be.
It can't.
Why?
Because he's dead.
I know, but what I'm saying is they will
can't
do it.
continue that story.
They will
which
do
is
it.
what you want is for them to continue the story, but they can't because he's dead.
No, I'm not saying go to the next. Like, if he dies, don't make a story after and make him alive. Make a story that happened while he's still alive that we didn't get to see in the main set of movies. Right now, we get an extra like input on this character's life. Another thing that
Well,
he
that's what
did while
they're
he was
doing
alive.
with Black Widow. That's what they're doing with Hawkeye. That's what
I know.
they're doing with Vision and Wanda. All
But
these movies
do
they
you-
just
what
announced.
I'm saying is you don't think that when they go to remake Iron Man in 20 years when there's a whole new brand new set of kids that haven't seen the movies that we've watched and they're going to be like, yeah, fuck those movies.
because it's a whole different set of eyes.
But it's the same
They don't
character.
care about you when you're
I know,
50.
but
They
that's
care
what I'm-
about the kids who
I
are
know,
going to
but
come
what I'm
watch
saying
these
is
movies
that if they get
six
the-
times in the fucking theater,
But
dude.
what I'm saying is, if that kid gets so into it, it's like, damn, I got to go watch all the other Iron Man shit, and there's someone who cares about canon, and then they're like, fuck, how am I, like, you know, like,
They're kids.
exactly what I'm doing now.
They're kids.
It continues, it's a cycle, it's a vicious cycle.
Hey,
Hey,
they're kids.
I know they're kids.
Don't care about canon.
Not
They
yet.
care about seeing vroom vroom and pew pew, dude. You know,
I mean, to a certain extent, but then eventually kids love stories, and then eventually those kids turn into adults.
dude, you're 24.
Grown
dude.
adults have watched every Fast and Furious ever made.
Hell yeah, they have.
I have not.
I mean, me neither, but they're out there. They're
Yeah,
out
I know.
there.
I've seen them all, and I hate most of them. I think the first
I think they
three
need to
were
quit.
good.
You know what I like? I like
they need to
super
stop.
fast.
Super fast.
Super fast.
I don't know. They need to definitely stop making them.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree also. I
Dude,
second
you know
that motion.
Hey, so I watched the preview for that new one, that Hobbs and Shaw. Oh,
Which one?
The Hobbs and Shaw. It's like a spin-off of the Fast and Furious.
I did not know that.
Anyway, so
Spin-off.
yeah,
Another one.
another one.
Everything is a
Anyways, so
spin-off.
so I was watching that preview, and that movie actually looks kind of like okay, but like you're only going to see the fucking cars and drive
The
fast and
Roars and the
Yeah.
cars and the.
so I see this guy on a motorcycle, right? And he like falls off the motorcycle and he's like skidding on the ground with the motorcycle and he like kicks up the motorcycle and then fucking gets back on it and keeps going.
That seems
And I'm
unlikely.
like, I hate that, dude. You know, like
That would never happen.
first
No.
of all, will never happen.
The
And
one thing I
even
do-
if it's something is not probable or possible, like at least make it seem kind of
See,
doable.
the thing.
Wanna know why? Because I want to go try it, dude.
'Cause I-
You know?
I don't know. I think you just
something
do
I
that.
can't try.
I just think you do that at movies because we were watching Megamind and you were debunking every single thing, and I'm like, it's a children's movie.
Wait, was it
The,
Megamind?
It was Megamind.
Was it? And then I was like, that wouldn't happen.
The
And then towards the end of the movie, she started going like, "Oh, why are they doing that? That wouldn't happen."
and you're like, exactly. Now, the thing that I do appreciate about that movie series, though, is that they're honest about what they're doing.
Who?
The Fast and the Furious. They're not being like, we have the greatest story around. We have the best, like, most emotional picture. They're just like, get down here. We're going to be spinning cars and blowing shit up, and you're going to want to see it.
Yeah.
It's like Taco Bell. They're honest about their
Vroom,
fucking...
vroom and pew pew. What did
Exactly.
I say, dude?
They're honest about their fucking fast food. Like, we're going to put...
Fast food?
Yeah, as I said, Taco Bell compared to like
Oh,
McDonald's, who's
I
making
get it.
salads,
I
trying to
get
be
it.
healthy, and Taco Bell's like, yeah, we don't give a fuck. This company's run by stoners, so we're gonna put weird shit together and see if it works.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
And it does.
It worked.
I'll spend $20 at a Taco Bell, and then feel like garbage afterwards. But it's so good,
You know, I hated Taco Bell until like recently.
dude. The Crunchwrap Supreme, the
Can't,
Chalupa.
nope, can't do that.
What?
I only eat crunchy tacos. That's it. Nothing else.
What,
Nothing else.
dude? They're loaded grillers.
I'm sorry, I can't eat white people tortillas, dude.
Dude, I know they're so.
can't.
This the most white people tortilla, but they're good.
I can't. They're
Only in the-
they're
only-
like so bland.
Only in the context
dude.
of Taco Bell are they good. I will never buy them from the store. I have a friend who makes tortillas. That's how I get tortillas. But at Taco Bell, they're so good. And you get the Diablo sauce and you just dump it all over it.
Yeah, that's what makes it taste better.
Yeah.
The only flavor in the whole fucking burrito.
Well, the thing is that everything is the same, like 12 ingredients in a different shape.
Yeah. So if you douse it in hot sauce, that's the only flavor in the whole fucking meal, dude.
Dude, did you ever try their chicken
That's
taco?
what's so dumb that people like when I used to say I hate Taco Bell, they're just like, "Oh, just put the hot sauce on it, dude. It's so good." I'm like,
you're
well,
just paying for the hot
that's
sauce.
literally- yes, you're paying to get a burrito that actually doesn't taste good unless you put the hot sauce on it.
Yeah.
Don't
know.
like don't.
Did you try their chicken taco thing? The
Nope.
naked chicken taco? It was actually pretty good.
Literally-
I liked it. It tasted much like it was like a hot and spicy, but because it was a chicken patty basically that was folded like a taco shape, and then they put shit inside.
I literally refused to go to Taco Bell for the last 27 years of my life until this year.
I only go when I'm drunk, and usually my friends order for me because I never go.
We usually go like I don't think I've been to Taco Bell in the daytime in the last like 2-3 years. It's always like midnight
Yeah.
when you're there.
Yeah. And I've never ordered myself. So
You
I
just
usually
gotta
have to
get the crunchy tacos.
The crunchy
That's
tacos,
it.
I don't know what I get, but I eat it.
Crunchwrap Supreme, Chalupa,
And then you know what I do?
loaded griller. Because those all do taste different.
I douse it in the Diablo sauce.
The Diablo sauce, yeah.
Because no flavor, dude. No flavor.
No flavor.
But you know what? Doesn't matter.
That sauce they put on their quesadilla has some good
Doesn't
flavor.
matter, dude.
Whatever it is.
I don't want to talk about Taco
Do you
Bell.
like the tacos at Jack in the Box?
Yeah, I love the tacos.
Dude, okay,
at Taco-
cool. Those are amazing.
I love the tacos at Taco in the Box, dude. That's what I was about to say. Jack in the Box, dude.
Jack in the Box.
Taco Box.
Wow.
Taco in the Box.
No, just Taco Box. Oh, gross.
I mean, they make a taco box at Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Hey, you get the party taco box. Taco party
with
box.
the crunchy tacos.
Yeah. Do you like the Dorito tacos?
I don't know. I haven't tried those.
I like the Dorito tacos.
I like Doritos.
They're pretty good,
And I
except
like
for the fact that
tacos.
they put them in paper.
Huh?
I just
Like,
ignore the paper.
The cardboard thing that they put them in makes the taco get soggy because it's like a hot taco and they put it in cardboard, so you don't get your fingers like all cheap, like or Dorito dusty. But then it makes the taco.
You know what you
soggy.
do though?
Hmm.
You douse it in that Diablo
Douse
sauce.
it in that Diablo sauce.
Makes everything better.
Hey, is your chair
true.
broken? Just
Huh?
douse it in that Diablo sauce.
Yes. Just douse it in Diablo sauce.
Oh, your phone screen is cracked?
Douse it in Diablo sauce,
A Diablo sauce.
and it'll fix it.
You have the solution. That is the only solution.
Diablo sauce.
Crippling debt?
Douse it in Diablo sauce.
Wish I would have known that sooner.
Right? Same. Will it pay my house off? Diablo sauce? I'll just ask my mortgage, whatever the fuck they're called, the bank that I pay my mortgage to. Just ask them if they take payment in Diablo sauce.
I have 20,000 packets. Dude, what if that was the currency?
Can I just mail you every month instead of paying my mortgage? Can I mail you 1,500 packets of hot sauce instead?
Not just any hot sauce,
No,
though.
Diablo sauce. 1,500 packets of Diablo sauce.
Wow.
Will you accept that as my payment?
Yeah.
Thanks. That's got to be worth as much as my mortgage payment, right?
That's a lot of Diablo sauce. Could you imagine?
Yeah. Can you imagine shipping that? How many boxes would that fill?
I'm going to guess.
You think you would need just like one big box? I think it'd be multiple boxes.
I think one big box. They're pretty thin.
Yeah, they're pretty small. Do you think the ones on the bottom would start to get crushed and like pop open?
No, I don't think so.
Just the weight of all the sauce.
How do they ship them already?
I don't know. I don't work at Taco
Probably
Bell.
like that.
Probably.
Probably exactly like that.
Depends on
dude.
how many they put in a box, though.
I don't think 1,500 is enough.
What would be enough?
Thousands, millions.
Can we do that experiment?
Yeah. We'll go to every
See how
Taco
many
Bell, take all of their
Diablo sauce. We'll have to
Just
do it
start-
for like days in a row too, like
Dumping
multiple days without being conspicuous about it.
We'll
But just
have
like
to
go and just take all their
Also
Diablo
do it
sauce.
in like a clear...
An easier way we could do it is just take Juan.
Juan?
Not you, Juan. Take one, one, and figure out the surface area and then
How much pressure?
calculate how
Yeah.
much, just calculation and math.
How much pressure
That's
you need to squeeze it?
also less fun than...
Then secretly stealing Diablo sauce for 6 months until we can pile them all on
and
top
then
of each
And
other.
see if
piling
they
all on
crush
top
under
of
their own
each
weight.
other.
Yeah, and see if we can
We-
get the bottom ones to crush.
Do it in a clear pool.
There we go.
You know what I mean?
But wouldn't the water affect
No,
the
not
weight?
not water. A pool. You can
An
have a
empty
pool
pool.
without water.
Okay.
I feel like we would need to get
But it's gonna
some
be
sort of.
clear, like a glass.
What if we did?
aquarium?
I feel like you'd have to get
Yeah.
like, just like something that's maybe like this big around and just really tall, so you could just keep packing them on top of it. You know what I mean?
Like a tube?
Like a tube, almost.
A very, very long tube.
Just to see how many stacked on top of each other would finally push the one at the bottom.
Hmm.
I feel like that would add more pressure because it's smaller.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Not I mean.
Dude, what the fuck?
Dude, that reminds me of I can't remember. It was like a kid, and they were I can't remember who was teaching this, but they were talking about like surface area and pressure, and they were like, there's more pressure underneath like the heel like of a woman's heel, she's wearing high-heeled shoes, and there is if you had like an elephant's foot.
Yep.
And they're like, I'd much rather be stepped on by the elephant than the woman's heel. And I was like, no, you wouldn't. You'd die if you got stepped on by the elephant, bro. Just because there's less pressure
they're talking
overall.
about pressure, not weight.
Right, I know. But if a woman stepped on your foot with their heel, you wouldn't die.
This is true.
What if? But
If an elephant stepped on you, you'd probably be
what
dead.
if an elephant was wearing a heel and stepped on you?
Then you'd definitely be
You
dead.
would
Just
definitely
get
want to be
impaled.
stepped on the elephant
Without the heel on.
without the heel.
True. I mean, either way, I just don't want to be stepped on by an elephant. They're very large animals.
I want to be hugged by an elephant.
Oh.
Like with the trunk,
Yeah.
and it just picks you up and eats you.
No, it doesn't eat you.
It could if it wanted to.
Nope,
Yeah, it could.
it can't.
If it wanted
could.
to.
It won't.
It could.
If it wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny? When you said one, I
Juan?
legit thought you said my name because that's how you say my name normally. Juan.
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 One.
That's how everybody says my name.
Ooh.
You know, when I was in kindergarten, one of my teachers would say, "Ooh, Juan,
Why?
ooh, Juan."
A one. A two.
And I'd be like, I literally
three.
went home and cried to my mom. I was like in first grade,
It's sad but funny.
kindergarten maybe. Ooh, Juan.
One.
Yeah. Dude, I think it's time.
I think it's
I'm
time.
done.
It's an hour and 20 minutes.
It's true. We're now in 20
Counting for
in.
the 4 minutes.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you made it this far again, this is episode 9.
Again.
Thank you.
Again. Please.
We got into it today a little bit. That was good. If you want us to talk about something, if you have questions or comments or concerns, or you love us or you hate us,
Oh,
please let us know and send us an email at theuntamedpodcast.wild@gmail.com if you've got suggestions for topics or people you want us to have as guests on the podcast, because I think it might be about time maybe invite a guest on. We'll
Yeah.
see.
we have to figure out
We'll
our
see.
situation here first.
This is true. But either way,
This is true.
this is true.
I can sit in the corner.
I think this
I just need a dunce cap.
This reaches far enough. I didn't
Yeah.
think that we would be able to have another set of headphones,
Mm-hmm.
but it reaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I got this thing. Either way, if you want to hear a specific guest or you want to hear about a specific topic, if you want to tell Juan he has to watch Game of Thrones, email us at theuntamedpodcast.wild@gmail.com. I'm gonna kill you. That's theuntamedpodcast.wild@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at The Untamed Podcast. My name is John. You can follow me at John_human_sounds on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all the stuffs. And I play in Desert Fish Band. I'm going to plug it. Desert Fish Band. Juan.
Why are you laughing?
I'm so tired. I'm delirious. It's fine. We're good.
Juan, you want to plug your social
My name
media?
is Juan. I have an Instagram at Juanald, JUANALD. D.
There it is.
Snapchat, Twitter, JUANALDD. 2 D's and one of them's for you.
For you.
So
Yeah.
cringy, dude.
It's the best.
So cringy. Dude, still awaiting my thing. I want
Your
to
thing?
announce
Your Moby
my
Dildo?
Moby Dildo.
Nice.
Coming in soon.
I'm excited to see it.
Coming in hot.
I'm excited to see it.
If you want one, just let me know.
Oh, man.
Anyways,
Do you want to plug your social media as well?
Yeah. Well, first of all, everything that was already added previously
×2.
times 2.
I read your mind.
And then if you want to, you can follow my Instagram, which is the only thing I have. And it is spelt EXXSPIRAVIT.
Maybe next time you won't need your Instagram.
Yeah, because next time I'm writing it on my palm.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, either way, with that, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you again in about a week.
Thank you for listening to the Untamed podcast. I'm Juan.
And I'm John.
And we'll talk to you next time.
Goodbye.
Yeah.